Hey guys, so today we have with us my buddy Ramses. We go way back. I mean, whoa, you were in high school.
Yeah.
Now you're an old fart. Talk about a guy that knows everything and he's been buying and he's playing the game for a long time. He's gonna show us a book that he was the original owner of and he's gonna explain the whole story behind it, so take it away.
I bought this comic from Cat off his shelf and I took it to Wizard World LA. I got to meet Jim Lee for the first time and gushed like a fanboy would meeting him for the first time. And this book came back, it was graded 9.9. It's the only one in existence. And what happened was in 2007, I had an emergency appendectomy and some complications. So this is one of the books I sold. And I sold a Hulk 181, a Iron Fist 14, and I always regretted it. Last time I ever sold books for myself. And I was on eBay a few weeks ago and I saw the seller had this for sale. And he was asking $2,400 for it. And I said, look, that's way more than I want to spend, especially to get a book back that I had already owned.
Right.
So he asked me to tell him a little bit about the backstory and why I sold it and everything. So we came to an agreement and I paid less than half for that.
Nice.
So after 12 years, I finally got this book back in my possession.
Home.
And now it will die with me. I think this one's going to go in my coffin, so nobody will see it again.
But yeah, I'm a 9.9 on this band, and this is a tough book to get even a 9.8.
Yeah.
There's not that many 9.8s on this. I mean, there's a ton of 9.2s, 9.4s, 9.6s, but even a 9.8.
Well, what's the issue with this book that you
Well, this was the second print reprint for the Hush 612.
When this book came out, what changed for a lot of people was everybody was already tired of the variants. The variant craze had happened.
Did they have
people weren't
did they have
burned.
variant craze before this? I think
yes.
No.
It came before this. The Loeb 608 RRP was the one, and I remember I had an opportunity to buy one and passed on it because I wanted 200. And after getting burned, just a few years before on all the variants and everything that crashed in the marketplace, and so nobody was ordering second prints. Being a big Jim Lee fan, I asked Cat to get me 10 copies of this because I thought it was so cool to see his pencils on the book, and you couldn't beat the price. And that's how I came across this.
And 9.9.
Yeah, 9.9 signature series.
Yeah,
and this was a book off the shelf. This wasn't something like we pre-screened.
Everything revolves around here.
It's all Cats, exactly.
And let's talk about how rare a 9.9 is. Like people, they're like, oh, 9.9, 9.8. We've talked about this before, that it's like the Richter scale with earthquakes. That one grade point.
1 percentage point makes a huge difference, especially when you get 9.9 and 10.0.
Exactly.
And
this is a unicorn.
It is. It's the only one on CGC right now. There is not another one that exists.
But again, like I said it before, they're not going to give 9.9 willy-nilly.
Right.
I mean, because that will devalue the product, the brand, the grade. So 9.8 is the acceptable high near mint. Just like you look in the Overstreet, they have it 9.2 is the highest.
Right.
That's their near mint price, and that's to keep the market, I think,
in check.
And
to understand that a 9.9 is a pristine book. There's no spine ticks, there's no color breaks, there's not a dent anywhere, or even a little
I've seen a lot
fuzzing.
of those books, bro, myself, and it's like, I mean, what are you seeing that it's a 9.9? So I get it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with 9.8 because 9.9 it becomes unsellable at that point.
Yeah, just about. There's no way to price that.
I mean, I have my situation where a couple of years back, about 4 or 5 years ago, I sent in a Walking Dead. I had it pressed by Rocket, then I had it pressed by CGC, and it came back. And Rocket looked at me, Scott looked at me and said, "You're crazy. There's nothing wrong with this book." And I go, "Just do it." CGC did it. Comes back 9.8 with grader's notes. That pissed me off. And the grader's notes were light spine wear. Just that to me tells me that you don't want to give me a 9.9.
Right.
That literally, because I remember there was like nothing wrong with that fucking book. And I wasn't expecting a 9.9. I wanted 9.8 on that book.
Right.
But tell me 9.8 with grader's notes. I was like, oh my God. But I get it. But this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great book to look at, and like I said, I was so happy to get it back after so many years.
Dude, you should know what you should do. You should next time you see Jim, take it and have him draw on the case.
Yeah, like I did with I had Mark Silvestri do that on my first comic I ever bought. I had it graded and I had him draw on the case for me.
And tell him the story, and I guarantee you he'll kill it.
I tweeted at him, actually. Yeah, I tweeted at him. I said, after 12 years, this finally came home.
And did he respond?
Not yet. We'll see. It was just
He's
this
in
morning.
Italy right now, so.
Yeah, it was just this morning.
But, this is, man, it's a beauty.
I say something you'll never see again.
You know, well, if you watch this show and over again, you will see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for sharing
Hey,
your story. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on,
for
guys.
coming on, brother.
Always a pleasure to see you, Cat.
Hey guys, you're watching the Best Damn Comics Show. I'm Gian Perez. With me as always, Mr. Cat Jercan here at lovely DJ's Universal Comics in Studio City, California. Let's talk about some speculation here, man. I know you found some information on the interwebs and various
you look
sources.
up, you hear news, but one of the news is, I mean, again, with Marvel, with their TV and everything, one of the things that came out that they went and got rights for Spirits of Vengeance. So you guys are out there, still cheap. This could be, I believe this is what they're basing it on, this particular team.
Title.
You also had a second pair with that, and this probably is going to be the one you want to look for, because this will pick up the X-Men 94.
Right.
You know.
But the Black Widow movie coming out.
Right. There's the Taskmaster. So there was the Ultimate. We know about the Ultimate Taskmaster. We know about the regular Taskmaster, but there's also a female Taskmaster during the Deadpool Max series.
Now this is not 616.
It's not,
but
you never know. It
Exactly.
doesn't mean anything with movies and TV. They're willing to go the extra mile, whatever. They own everything, so why not?
And just real quick, 616 means regular Marvel continuity.
Right. With Absolute Carnage, as hot as that series is, and you know Norman Osborn's going to come into play again. He's going to have his one shot. But this is his first appearance as the Red Goblin, which is Amazing Spider-Man 798 during Dan Slott's run.
Which was a hot book.
Oh, it was a hot book
when it
to
came
begin
out.
with.
Yeah.
Dude, Alex Ross covers, Stuart Immonen insides. I mean, it was a good book, and the story was.
If you think about it, it's just like the ultimate Spider-Man villains merging into one.
I know, right?
Like you
can't go wrong. And then with this whole thing with Captain Marvel, you had the mom Rambeau in the first one. Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau's first appearance as Photon, which was the Mighty Avengers during the by Al Ewing, our immortal Hulk guy. So
if you watched the Captain Marvel movie, there's a little girl in there, and the little girl's name is Monica. That's Monica Rambeau, and she really loves Captain Marvel. Like, calls her Auntie Carol.
Right.
And I felt like that's alluding to that. That little girl's gonna play a big part in the future.
I mean, again, you own the name, Photon. You got a black heroine on TV, easy to cast, easy to accept, easy peasy.
Why not?
With Miles Morales, he's been hot with the cartoon, and he's gonna play a nice big part in the Absolute Carnage, this storyline, because I think he's the only one that wasn't affected by the symbiote. So I'm sure Donny Cates has plans for him. And there was an article with him, with Saladin Ahmed, talking about Miles' involvement in Absolute Carnage. But Miles is from the Ultimate Universe. There is a Miles Morales since 616, but he's evil. And you might see there was some heat on him a while back. It's starting to pop up again, but this is
so I'm confused. So the Miles Morales ongoing series is not 616?
No, he's from the Ultimate. He's the one that replaced Peter Parker in the Ultimate Universe.
I thought that they
brought him in.
Yeah.
He's on 616, but 616 has its own Miles Morales, and he's not a pretty guy. He's evil. So this is his first appearance. I mean, all these books, they're still cheap. I mean, unless people got wise. But even so, I mean, I haven't looked at eBay sales to see if there's movement. These are like, just keep an eye out for them. You'll see them. You see them if you use a lot of the spec sites out there. A lot of people use.
Be on the lookout, because you can get these books relatively cheap.
Before, and then you never know. But that.
I mean, the only one so far that will cost you a little bit could be that $7.98, right? I feel like that's
the $7.98 and the Deadpool Max. Because that's just low print on Deadpool Max, and Deadpool's always selling. And then you have a couple of DC books, and with the new seasons of Supergirl and Flash coming out, there's gonna be a villain. And the thing with DC, I mean, you don't know how these books go, but if you can get it cheap, fuck it.
Well, my experience is when the CW introduces a new character, the book spikes for a short period of time, and then it comes back down to earth. Like we saw it happen with the Dark Flash, the Black Flash, whatever it's called.
Right.
That book was an old Mark Miller run on Flash.
But that was
that book got hot for a second, and then it kind of came back down, and no one's talking about it.
I mean, it is what it is. It's DC, it's CW, but this is one of the characters going to appear in Flash. His name is a villain, Bloodworks. So he appeared in Flash 30 of the Rebirth line, And then Supergirl's gonna have a villain. Her name is Midnight, and she appeared in Superwoman number 15.
And these are all relatively
Now,
new books, last couple of years.
This is like, now, Flash, I don't know. This one though, because it's Superwoman, and the book got canceled. I mean, it was barely selling. If this character hits, this might turn out to be a gem because the print run on it is freaking low. So keep an eye out for it. I don't know who still has Superwoman in their bins. I'm pretty sure they ended up in quarter bins, dollar bins. But you know, just some info out there for everybody if you don't know of these books already. But happy hunting, you know.
Yeah. All right, so before we get started with the picks of the week, I want to talk about something we may have missed, and that's Powers of X3 Secret Variant. Marvel keeps doing this. I feel like they're doing it every other week now with books.
Oh, they're fucking with you, man.
Yeah.
Because now it's gonna throw, it's gonna throw everybody's numbers. But I guarantee that book's gonna be 20, 30 bucks right off the bat.
Right. Once
I mean, it
people
probably
figure
is.
it out. Yeah.
You know, it probably is.
Let's get into the picks of the week.
Because I got a lot, man. You got Absolute Carnage 2 and all the tie-ins. There's gonna be a Deadpool tie-in, a Venom tie-in.
It's a Miles Morales tie-in.
There's
too,
a Miles
right?
Morales tie-in. You know, number 10 on Miles Morales, something's gonna be crazy, you know. And the story's good. That's the thing. I mean, even the side books from last week, the Scream and the Separation, these are really solid books. So there's your money tied up right there. What, 4 or 5 tie-ins? That's 20 bucks right there. You know, Avengers 23, talking about Jason Aaron. Love this Thor. I mean, War of the Realms, Mjolnir's back. Now you're going into King Thor, and probably after King Thor, he's done. But he's been great. The biggest book is House of X3. The X-Men books have been insane. I mean, literally have been insane. Back issues. My buddy was just last week in.
I've been reading people online. They're like, they had to read the books 2 or 3 times because they're a little confused. But once they get it, like, mind blown.
I've read it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like just reading it because I love the damn thing. And you gotta read everything, the maps, everything. The
Ask for Variants this week. I got 3 books for you. House of X number 3. There's a Psylocke variant with by Jeff DeCall. I think it's pretty. Psylocke's one of those characters everybody seems to love, especially if you grew up reading the books in the 90s. And it takes like every different iteration of her through the years by Jeff DeCall. And I'm a big fan of his artwork as well.
I've been loving this stuff.
He's awesome. And then we got Spider-Man Velocity number 1. I have no idea what this means.
Well, this is
it
a
video
sequel
game
to
tie-in?
the video game. So,
Okay.
So it's to the City of War.
Yeah.
So you know the numbers on this book are gonna be fucking
Right.
small.
And there might be an introduction of a character as
Could
well.
be, but it's gonna be small. So that round out variant,
Right.
what is it? 1 in 50, 1 in 100.
Who knows? I know it's a ratio variant, but it's
a ratio.
It's not
a
going to
high
be cheap.
ratio.
Yeah.
They're gonna make ground out for this book a high ratio.
Yeah, but it's a
so-
beautiful cover, new book, Spider-Man. Check it out. And then finally, Venom number 17. You know me, I'm a big fan of these Korean artists. Is another one I've never heard of, Sungum Yoon. Awesome cover,
bro.
Venom versus Carnage in the middle of Absolute Carnage as well. So who knows how this book ties into the overall story arc as well. It's just a really cool cover by a new artist, and yeah, beautiful stuff.
A lot of good stuff.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for us, guys. Thanks for watching. You know the drill. Smash that like button, leave comments, let us know what you think. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Ring the bell if you are. We will see you next time. Kat, take us away.
Read comics. See you guys in the comic book store.
All right, Kat, before we get started with your picks of the week, I want to bring up something we may have missed last week, and that's Powers of X3 Secret Variant. Marvel keeps doing this. It's kind of pissing me off that they do these little...
Well, they didn't have one last week. They're doing one for this week.
This is for next week, Kat. You just
Oh.
fucked up the whole segment. All right.
Take 2. Bloopers. Bloopers.